James Bond.
Aren't you Remington Steele?
Why did you marry him?
I thought he was a chick. I implore you to reconsider, Mr. Steele. Bond. I meant to say Bond. Join me or force indescribable torture.
I would have thought watching your TV shows was torture enough.
Oh, yeah? Well, GoldenEye sucked.
I work on myself in the bathtub every night.
I want hair jokes. I don't want poop jokes.
I actually emptied a bottle of douche in her purse.
Oh, yeah, baby. You're watching the Talk Soup Weekly Wrap-Up. You gotta love us. Or hate us, you know, or feel completely indifferent about us. Something. Just feel anything, really. Hi, I'm John Henson. Springer beat Oprah in the ratings. Can you believe it? Congratulations, Jer. The first time a talk show beat Oprah since she attained ratings dominance a decade ago. And that's just one of the reasons we'll be featuring a whole hour of the very best of Jerry Springer 2 weeks from right now, hosted by Jerry himself. Yeah. It's exciting. Coming up on today's show, meet the 1997 toe wrestling champ. A pregnant stripper shows off her belly. And we'll do our part to contribute to the overexposure of the Spice Girls. Plus, Craig Kilborn motivates his writing staff. Oh, Craig. Craig, man, you gotta use gloves. Saves on calluses. First up, seems like ages since we broadcast a clear glimpse of Bobcat Goldthwait's crotch. Well, I apologize for this oversight and promise to be a more thorough host in the future. Now, without any further ado, let's turn things over to Keenan Ivory Wayans and the Bobcat himself. Take it away, guys.
Well,
I didn't see. I don't want to see.
you know
I
what,
don't want to
dear?
know.
I just wanted you to know I wasn't a Ken doll.
That's a bad.
And apparently I'm not the Highlander either. Because we're sharing a dressing room backstage. I was feeling a little inadequate.
With the Highlander?
Yeah, the Highlander.
Yeah. Well, that's a very interesting outfit you have on.
Oh, this whole thing, thank you.
Did I see what I think I just saw? Can we take a look at that one more time? Oh, my God, his Baldo's hanging out. And he's wearing a kilt, too. Remember, folks, Baldo is a registered trademark of the entertainment television. All rights reserved, and the similarity between Baldo and any person living in it is purely coincidental. Void where prohibited. Viewers under 18 and not apply. Offer valid in 49 states. Sorry, Tennessee. Monday's Keenan will look a lot like Loveline. That's because his guests will be the unlikely duo of Dr. Drew Pinsky and Adam Carolla. Pinsky. Pinsky. Sure, watching Talk Soup rots your brain, but from time to time, you can actually learn something by tuning in. For instance, Crook and Chase are about to discover how a snake poops. Cool, huh? Sounds like a job for animal wrangler Jack Hanna. He's an expert on all things excremental. Listen up.
And Charlie asked if it kind of goes to its skin. It has a opening down here toward its tail, and it's an opening.
About where my foot is.
About right there.
Yeah, okay.
And it's like a chicken with a cloaca. You know what a cloaca is on a chicken?
No.
Well, a chicken has a whole... A chicken, you can't tell a male and female chicken.
Fine,
unless
Jack.
you...
Okay.
But anyway, same thing with a snake. You have to do it surgically, kind of... This lady knows. She raises chickens, I guess. Or you're not
Look at
even
him back there.
Can we see? Yeah, okay, there's
There he is.
space.
Oh,
Look at
he's
that.
all right.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how they go to the bathroom, make a long story. They don't go through their skin. And they eat about once every 2 to 3 weeks. And then, actually, if they eat a rat or a rabbit, it'll actually go through their system and come out whole. In other words, it looked like just a halfway eaten rat.
How do you get him to let go down here
I
at
was going
my
to say,
foot?
aren't you afraid in carrying this that it will wrap itself around you and you won't be able to get loose?
No, not when they're this big, but that's why people must remember that some people buy the albino pythons and they raise them as pets, and then sometimes even the bigger pythons get to be 30 feet. Guy in Pittsburgh last year was in his basement, he had too much to drink, his pet snake got around him, he killed him because they can choke
And
him.
why are they stinky?
Stinky or sticky?
Stinky.
Well, he went to the bathroom about a half hour ago, so that's, you want to wash your hands.
And that's exactly what she did. Let me tell you, the mess is unbelievable. I don't know what they're feeding those snakes, but good Lord. Monday on Crook and Chase, get into the holiday spirit with country group Ricochet. They'll perform their hoedown version of the Christmas classic, Let It Snow. Carrie says she thinks that Eric is a loser, which is why she's broken up with him and is now dating Dane. I, for one, am convinced that she wants nothing more to do with her unemployed ex. I think Jerry Springer is convinced she wants nothing more to do with him, and I know his security staff is convinced, but I think she's determined to convince all of America that she really, truly hates this guy. Here she is, gearing up to bum rush the bum.
Does he still love you?
Yes, he does.
Because he's calling you all the time.
Yes.
What if it turns out he is the father,
He'll get to see my daughter, that's all.
but you don't want to be with him?
No. I don't want my daughter to grow up with a father that basically don't want to keep a job. Dane wants to keep a job, take care of my daughter, so that's who I'm going to be with.
Well, I tell you what, Eric has been outside the studio, so he has not heard what's been said so far, but why don't we bring him in now? Here is Eric.
Well, can't you just see the chemistry between those two? Who wants to see some more footage of Carrie beating the tar out of Eric, huh? Yeah, all right, roll it.
Carrie, what was that all about?
I'm going to kick his ass.
Why?
Carrie won in a split decision and will go on to fight Latrell Sprewell in Atlantic City later on this month. Monday on Jerry, a pregnant woman will confront her boyfriend's mistress. The fur will fly when the mistress reveals she's also expecting the boyfriend's baby. Wonder how that happened. Hey, will somebody marry the guy from Alaska already? The following this morning guest named Jay Ramrus has flown all the way down from Fairbanks in search of a bride. As Mark McEwen is quick to point out, he seems like a nice enough guy. He's single, well-scrubbed, articulate, easygoing, fun at parties, has minty fresh breath, he's a good tipper, wonderful with children, house-trained, doesn't shed. Why, he's everything a woman could ever want in a man. Just call CBS, they could probably give you his phone number, and chances are he'll be on your doorstep in a matter of minutes.
Now tell me why, if I'm a woman out there, why I want to date you. Sell yourself to me a little bit.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I'm a really nice fella. I mean, I got good characteristics. I'm food service. I'm hospitable. It's
And
my
he's
nature.
working. Ladies,
Yeah.
He's working. He's got a job.
Right. I got a job out here, too. Holy cow, I got to take women to lunch and dinner. So I have 4 restaurants up there. I have an extraordinary life. I mean, I live a life like Jimmy Stewart, and it's a wonderful life.
Yeah.
The community is real reciprocal. My restaurants, we sponsor Canned Food Day at the State Fair. We raised 44,000 pounds of food at the fair last year. We do a jazz festival in the spring. I mean, Fairbanks is so remote. It's like the gateway to all the villages up in the rest of Alaska. It's a total frontier experience. I mean, no offense to New Yorkers, because this is a wonderful
It's a
city.
frontier here as well.
It is, but
a different kind.
But there's not a lot of new vistas to travel here, and in Alaska, it's still fresh. I mean, we're only 30 years old there.
Jay Ramrus, I tell you, it's a pleasure to meet you. You
Yes,
seem
sir.
to be a nice guy. You know,
I'm a decent fella.
I'm married. I might go to Alaska if I wasn't. It's a nice book you got there as well, full of numbers.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Do you see Tom Cruise or somebody playing him? I see a movie here somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Can you feel it? Do-do-do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't play like you're not interested, Jane. I understand she and Jay went out later, and I'm sure they had a fascinating time. Oh, yeah. Looks like we made a love connection. All right. Yeah, that's enough. Okay. All right. I'm going to kill somebody. Go to promo. Thank you. Whew. Monday on This Morning, meet Alex D. Linz, the adorable star of Home Alone 3. He'll try to prove he's more than just a poor boy to Macaulay Culkin. In fact, I think Macaulay Culkin is a poor boy now, from what I read. Sit tight, holiday shoppers. We got more Christmas bargains coming your way, including our markdown clip of the week. Plus, a man cheats on his wife by attending a high school prom. But first, the Titans of Toe Wrestling face off.
Are you interlocked now?
We are interlocked totally.
You ready? Toes away.
After style. If I can make just one viewer laugh at this weekend show, that'll be a huge improvement over last weekend's show. Yeah. That sucked. I'm John Henson. They call him Alan Nasty Nash. He's the 3-time world toe wrestling champion, and he is not a man to be trifled with. Why, Nasty can break your big toe clean off with one squeeze of his mighty vice-like tootsies. Up next, foolhardy Jay Leno goes toe-to-toe with a tempestuous terror. Who will be the victor? There's only one way to find out.
All right, toes away. That one went to Alan Nasty Nash. And this is, of course, the best.
I had no idea it could be so exciting.
All right, interlock your toes. Once again.
You know, he's toying with me. He's playing with me, yes? He's toying with my affections.
All right. Are you interlocked now?
We are interlocked totally.
You ready? Toes away.
2 out of 3. I try one more. Here we are. But I need more. Hang on. There you go.
Making sure he has a good grip. All right, here we go.
Come on, Jay.
Ready?
Come on, you can do it, man. You can do it.
Toes away. Jay's going. Looks like.
He's a job.
Come on, man. Everybody knows toe wrestling is fake. It's all fake. It's fake, like our show is fake, like my affection for you is fake. It's all a sham and a fallacy. And shut up. Wow, see, it wasn't funny, and then I just started spewing off at the mouth, and we found humor. We dowsed for humor, and we found it. Tuesday on The Tonight Show, Jay gets giggly with actress Sarah Michelle Gellar. She is the star of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and is in the hotly anticipated sequel to Scream 2. Sorry about the fake thing. It's okay. Shut up. Up next, a 2-person culture clash. Compliments of the home team. It's time to see what happens when good old boy Terry Bradshaw chews the cud with high society dame Joan Collins. The two may not have a lot in common, but as you're about to see, they go together like peanut butter and jelly.
But you know, I would think, Joan, that would be a fun character to play.
Oh,
Alexis
yeah.
You know, that...
She was great fun. I loved playing her. Would far rather have played her than Crystal. Crystal was a bit of a wimp.
A bit of a what?
A wimp.
A wimp.
Don't you have wimps in America?
I got to tell the folks down home. Wimp. That's all the southern folks.
Not wimp.
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 You can set up my accent, I'll set up yours.
Okay.
Okay? You want me to talk like you?
No, you do.
All right?
No,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
rather...
And you talk English, and I'll talk like you.
I can. She has put me on the spot, I do believe.
Oh, my Lordy.
Is it good?
Mercy. You know I want to play Scarlett O'Hara.
Hold it.
Well, let me tell you, that Joan Collins is some dialect coach. You should hear her accent in the foreign film we did together.
Miramax Films presents Anna Marie Goddard, John Henson.
ime, ete ine, one.
One,
Eshe, eshe.
one, ime art me, ilongbe ute another a.
Doomed lovers in a hopeless triangle.
Auhe anke ia ivle, without way way. Echue.
A-B-I-A of Leole.
Help, hey.
With Joan Collins as the girl he left behind.
Onje.
Honje. Ithe arwe. Ia usme oge. Emembere me.
Aitwe. I have he onke ute aike uye thing say.
Orye iske.
Oh nay. Ime ukbe infamous. I ate ukstorbe aune.
Angsthe.
Orinfe, Ilmfe.
Okay, apparently it's our end of the year clearance and all old bits must go. That's the way that works. Tuesday on the home team, Bill Ziegler from the American Wildlife Experience will introduce Terry to some most unusual animals. Defecation fans, this is appointment viewing. Stay with us, we got more holiday hijinks on the way. In a little while, I'll be opening some Christmas mail. Still waiting for the presents to come in. Plus, the Spice Girls will go on the Tonight Show to do their Spice Girl thing, whatever the hell that is. But first, you're in trouble. Meredith Vieira gets an unwelcome surprise in the ladies' room.
I go to the bathroom, there's pee on the toilet seat. I'm soaking wet. I'm angry. I don't blame you. Because somebody here on our staff pees on the seat.
They came. The taste.
You're watching the Talk Soup Weekly Wrap-Up, so you can't be all bad. Occasionally, when I'm watching a highlight from The View, this strange sensation overtakes me. It's like I've accidentally stumbled into the woman's locker room. I can smell the estrogen permeating the air, and of course, the gals are making girl talk and discussing all kinds of strange things that make me feel queasy and lightheaded. What follows is just such an offering.
You know, we put on these beautiful clothes every day. We get the hair and the makeup done. The last thing I do is I go to the bathroom. I pee because
Thank you for
it's
letting
an
us know
hour,
that.
right?
Oh, you
well,
know.
but wait a minute. I go to the bathroom. There's pee on the toilet seat. I'm soaking wet. I'm angry.
I don't blame you.
Because somebody here on our staff pees on the seat. And I know, the only person I know it isn't is you.
Because I was
You're
in the stall
and then
next
we had
to
a
you.
long discussion about this.
You shouldn't be sitting on the toilet seat.
I'm not going to do it. You know what?
Because that's unsanitary.
Oh, please.
Didn't anyone teach you?
I sit on toilet seats everywhere.
Yeah, but come on, Debbie, not for nothing, but your mama's supposed to teach you. If you accidentally put yourself on the toilet seat, you wipe it off.
Exactly.
It's not rocket science. You just wipe it off,
I'm sticky, but I'm still excited.
My money's on Matinopoulos. Oh, yeah. She did it. She did it, and she thinks it's funny. Well, we've seen Meredith's rant about the unwanted urine on the seat of the ladies' room toilet. Now, let's find out how Barbara Walters and fans of The View reacted to that heated diatribe. Up next, Meredith reads a few emails she received the day after the little tinkle-to-do. Here's the first from Ginger C. from New York, who writes,
I feel Meredith's comments about being angry because she had urine on the toilet seat this AM was very inappropriate. I wouldn't be happy either, but I don't believe these comments belong on TV. Okay.
Okay, just a second. If I knew how to use my email, you would have gotten one from Barbara W.
Oh, I knew you were offended too. Yeah, I knew you were
watched
too.
at home. I thought, Meredith, we must remember that we can discuss anything in the show. I don't use that voice. We must remember we can, but we shouldn't discuss things that we wouldn't talk about in our own living room. Do you talk that way?
Oh, absolutely. The very next one. Yeah, but most of the mail was support. Which I found was interesting. Was sort of supportive, and also it's not just in our living room. We were at the table then, and we had just gotten wet. All right, so here. Okay, this one is from Pam, and she says, seat squirters. Thanks for mentioning toilet seat squirters. Those are people who squat and wet the toilet. You should feature seat squirters on your show and offer them the opportunity to explain themselves. And this final one from Nona. My sympathies on your shocking potty experience. And she offers this little graffiti she saw on the restroom wall. If you sprinkle when you tinkle, be a sweetie and wipe the seedy. You'll hear no more from me about these issues.
For another side of the story, let's check in with the other party involved.
I thought the whole subject was uncouth and degrading. Just go to promo, huh?
You got it, Pally. Tuesday on The View, learn how to relieve all of that unwanted holiday stress. A Body and Soul segment will show you how yoga can ease the pressure of shopping mall mania. Coming up on this pre-Yuletide edition of The Soup, a guy named Butch gets a beating on the Springer Show. Plus, a jilted lover gets revenge with a bottle of Massengill. But first, Craig Kilborn shows some tough love for his writing staff.
Are you showering?
Yeah, I'm showering.
Okay.
But you know what I don't like? What don't I like? Stinky writer.
All right. Do I ever raise my voice with you?
Never, well, no.
Tuesday morning at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, only on E!
Welcome. Please fasten seatbelt.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Steele. Mr. Bond. But it is time. Time for the Talk Soup Quote of the Week.
By the way, the latest James Bond flick opens next Friday. Today's quote comes from The View. Here's Meredith Vieira with a little too much personal information.
I'm sticky, but I'm still excited.
Oh, yeah. I just like the way that sounds. Moving on. Kim is due to give birth in 2 weeks. The good news is the father of her child, Walter, is great with kids. The bad news is he's dating one. Kim and Walter used to be married, but they split up because she said Walter was going out with 13 and 14-year-olds. But if this Sally highlight is any indication, he's matured a great deal since they're split. After all, now he's dating women who are old enough for the prom.
Walter, tell me the story.
Tell you the story. Okay, the first one, let's see.
You told our producers that the first time you were married to Kim, the marriage broke up because you were kissing and hugging other women.
Right, other women that are friends of mine. All right, there's a difference between friends that you're hugging to be nice to, and there's a difference between friends that you're hugging to try to do something with.
Okay. There was no going to somebody's senior prom?
No, I did not go to the senior prom. I got pictures because her friend was the picture taker from the school.
Her friend took pictures.
Her friend, which goes to her church,
yes,
takes pictures for all of the school events for which school she went to.
Okay, but what were you doing in her school pictures?
I was a friend. I was going out with her while I was divorced with her.
Hey, you say what you want about Walter, but he's not out till all hours of the night. States have to be home by 10, because they're at, school in the morning and stuff. Wednesday, Sally asked the age-old question, is bigger really better? Oh, my God. She'll talk to the publishers of a plus-size publication and popular heavyset model, Christine Alt. The other day, I was driving to work, and I saw a horrible crash up ahead. I pulled over, and I ran out of my car, and there, lying in the middle of the road, was this little old man whose body was just half mangled in the wreckage, and I cradled his head in my hands, and in that moment of clarity that often comes as people are standing on the threshold of this world and the next, he looked up at me and he said, "Do the Spice Girls feel bad when people make fun of them?" Well, I only hope he lived long enough to see this Tonight Show highlight.
Well, now that you guys had, like, tremendous success, as always happens, people start taking shots and people do, like, we may have done a joke or two on the show.
Okay, oh, Jay, we'll get you later. I'll tell you what, we like our own jokes. We actually
Do you ever hear any good Spice Girls
We
jokes?
tell them ourselves, we love them. They're great. They're too rude, though, for television.
I've got one.
Yeah.
Can I tell you one? This is one in England, Jake. Why do you call a Space Girl with two brain cells?
Oh, no, Mel.
Oh, no.
A Spice Girl with two what?
Two brain cells.
Two brain cells, I don't know what.
Pregnant.
Pregnant.
But it's not true. It's not true. Because girl power is
having brains and glamour at the same time.
Well, there you are.
You know, there's always one thing that I've wondered about the Spice Girls. Oh, sorry, their time is up. Wednesday on The Tonight Show, Richard Simmons will be in the house. The mischievous health guru will be on to promote his Farewell to Fat cookbook. Oh, that 15 minutes of fame goes so quickly now, doesn't it? Yep. Sorry. Cut off Porky Spice. Here at Talk Soup, we realize that a happy writer is a well-fed writer. A writer who's been taken out and ridden hard, but then rubbed down and combed and led back to a cubicle that's been hosed out and repapered with fresh newsprint. See, I've taken a page from Craig Kilborn over at The Daily Show. Now, there's a guy who knows how to treat a writer.
What's your name?
Ray.
It's Ray. How long you been with us? Since the very beginning of the show, actually. Did you get a joke in the show this week? I got one in today, actually, but it was cut. What was it? It was the one about the Unabomber crapping in a bucket. Poop is not funny. Right. You know poop is not funny. I want hair jokes. I don't want poop jokes. You're better than that, right? Again, I'm not raising my voice at all. I'm just chatting with him. Now, let me tell you something. You like your job. We're paying you well. I love it. Yeah, we're getting you that. We're paying you the MTV intern salary. Yeah. You got to start writing some jokes. Okay? I want to write jokes. I do. Okay. Did you find a place to live yet? Not yet. What are you doing? Again, I'm not raising you. I need you to focus, find a place. Okay. Where are you staying now? You staying with one of the other writers? On one of the couches in the lobby. Are you showering? Yeah, I'm showering. Okay, because you know what I don't like? What don't I like? Stinky writer. All right. Do I ever raise my voice with you? Never, well, no. Do I ever punch you? Yes. No. What? No. I don't punch.
Here at Talk Soup, we've devised an even more effective way to discipline our writers.
Joke! Mao! I want joke! Mao! Mao! Oh, not funny! Mao! 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 Oh, now that's funny!
Oh my God, that is my favorite thing we have done in a long, long time. Excellent work, everyone. Gold star, put that up on the fridge. Wednesday on The Daily Show, Craig will continue to abuse his staff. Once he's vented his aggression, they'll make nicey nice with a celebrity guest. Not a bad system, actually. Hang on, we're only partway through this insanity. God, I loved that. Still to come, our heartwarming viewer mail segment. Plus, Gary Chapman buckles under the pressure to publicly jump out of a plane. But first, is that a spare tire or a bun in the oven?
You don't think she's pregnant? I don't think she's pregnant. You want to see my... Your emergency room and everything else? You think she ain't pregnant?
After...
Johnny boy, this is Tom. Me, Fred, and Perrin are in the big city in New York. We're freezing our buns off. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Hey, we found some guy that wants to butter Eric's forehead. Hey, Freddie, here you go.
Oh, Fred Mendez, folks. They don't call him the best director in the business. Janet is 4 months pregnant, and she's still working as a stripper. She says she really has no choice. Mike, the man she thinks is the father of a child, won't take any financial responsibility. Mike doesn't even believe he's the father, and his sister Deborah is convinced Janet isn't even pregnant. Confused? I know I am. All your questions will be answered in the Springer Highlight.
You're not questioning the fact that she's pregnant. You're not questioning
she's pregnant.
You don't think she's pregnant?
I don't think she's pregnant. You want to see my... your emergency room and everything else? You think she ain't pregnant? You damn sure she's pregnant. You damn sure. Sit there and say that she went and had a maternity test. It was conceived the 25th of 23rd March, April. So that will make the baby due in December.
Is that the new date?
Where did you go?
January 21st is my due date. April 23rd is when I got pregnant, the day after my birthday.
Sister told us
with you.
friend that in March.
Can I have a quarter?
That's
I'll
what it
decide when
was.
the baby's gonna be born. Give me a quarter and I'll decide when the baby's gonna be born.
You can't even decide if it's your baby or not. How you gonna...
We have proof that Janet really is pregnant. Let's take a look at that ultrasound now, shall we? Yeah, oh, yeah, see? Clearly already a fan of second-tier cable. Yeah. Thursday on Jerry, it's another story of lust and infidelity. This time a gal will try to decide whether to stay with her boyfriend or run away with the guy she's been fooling around with. Oh, decisions, decisions. Payday! 2 weeks ago, Dreama broke up with her boyfriend, Bobby. Bobby reacted to the news by going on a destructive rampage through Dreama's home. When the onslaught was finished, Bobby had wrecked her stereo, flooded her kitchen, busted the front door, and poured transmission fluid all over her clothes. But that wasn't all bad Bobby did. With more on the devastation, here's Sally.
You don't want to.
We want to bring him out. We want to bring him out.
Why?
So we can ask him what in the hell did he think he was doing?
Why? I know. Okay, with your permission. Come on out, Bob. What's going on here?
Half of it's a bunch of lies, actually.
What lie?
Well,
What lie? Let's go over.
half of it's a bunch of lies, Dreama.
What lie? Did you get into her truck at all?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Did you in any way harm the engine or the transmission?
I sure did.
Did you steal $50 from her purse?
No, I did not.
who took it? Okay.
I
Did
don't
you
know.
submerge her purse in water?
No. I actually emptied a bottle of douche in her purse.
A bottle of?
Douche.
Douche?
Douche. The bad news is the contents of the purse were destroyed, but the good news is it felt fresh. Thursday, Sally welcomes people who are dreading the holiday season. They say it's a living hell because they're at loggerheads with a family member. Will the spirit of Christmas prevail, or will Sally's security staff get a workout? Tune in and find out. Those loggerheads can be pretty explosive, the loggerheads. Betty Crocker, she ain't. View host Meredith Vieira can get a little salty from time to time. Earlier in the show, she was complaining about residual urine on toilet seats, and in the following highlight, she keeps threatening to belch. Daytime viewers who think today's hosting techniques are nothing but footnotes upon the impressive Dinah Shore candidate best consider the following look at the reflexology, a.k.a. foot squeezing. Up next, Meredith and author Laura Norman do their part to redefine the tone of the whole talk show genre with some candid comments.
As I said, the center of the foot is the digestive system. So we do a technique called thumb walking, where you bend your thumb at the first joint an inch along like a caterpillar, moving in a forward motion and working the stomach area to help soothe your stomach.
Look, this is lovely if someone can go to you, but if they are home and you want to do this...
Yes, you can do it on yourself. It's very
any
effective.
Danger? I mean, can you do the wrong thing?
Very, very safe.
Nothing, you can't do any harm?
No, you can't.
Okay.
The only time I'm careful is if somebody has an injury to the foot,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to manipulate
Right.
it. But I work on myself in the bathtub every night, and it feels great. And then somebody
You
could
press
have...
certain sections of your feet.
Feet, yes.
Which section do you press?
Let me I feel a burp coming on. I really do. I do. I feel a burp coming on.
Well, it helps to relieve stress.
You know, I like to work on myself in the bathtub too, but I don't go on national television and tell everybody about it.
John, you just did.
Oh. Wow. Thursday on The View, Babs and the gang will take a look at some Christmas miracles. Keep some Kleenex on hand and be prepared to OD on warm fuzzies. What feeling of love I'm experiencing for my fellow man can only mean one of two things. Either I got the Christmas spirit or it's time to read a little viewer mail. Hey! Bah humbug! This week's letter comes to us from Paul McLaughlin. calling in Santa Monica, California. He writes, Dear John, do you still believe in Santa Claus? Just curious. Well, of course I believe in Santa Claus. He was just on some new talk show earlier this week, and in fact, I think we have a clip.
Okay, hey everybody, welcome to our show. Now, today our guests will be revealing their deepest, darkest secrets. That's right, joining me in the studio are Mr. and Mrs. Kringle, coming to us from the North Pole. Now, I understand there's been a little bit of tension in the Claus household. St. Nick, what gives with that?
Well, Todd, I don't seem to be able to get any action.
What do you think the problem is?
I know I've been working a lot at the office lately, especially during a holiday season, but I hope she'd be a little more understanding.
Mrs. Claus?
Well, Todd, I feel like I've been neglected. When does my stocking get stuffed?
Well, you know, a little birdie told me that you just might have a secret you'd like to tell your husband here today.
Now, Chris, I know you're all hung up on this naughty or nice thing, but I've been seeing someone else.
Okay, well, what do you say we bring that person out right now, huh? Person, come on out here.
Thank you. My favorite elf.
Any thoughts on this, Santa?
Well, Todd, I'm appalled. Although there is something I've been meaning to tell her.
And what's that?
I've been seeing someone also.
Well, let's meet that someone else right now. Someone else?
Not you, Rudolph.
They came from outer space. On CNN Headline News.
Won't you please send us some sort of a holiday greeting and/or present at Talk Soup E, P.O. Box 48977. 7. Say it! Candy ass. Los Angeles, California, Neener 0048. Look at the millions of holiday greetings that we've received. We put them over here on our podium. That's right. Get a look at the millions, the reams of, well, I guess these are just the most distinguished, but thank you for, oh, there's a little lock of Mario Ponzini's ponytail that I cut off last week. Yeah, you always got to keep your pelt. Hey, when will that Andy Richter ever learn? In the following late-night highlight, he engages in a stare-off with host Conan O'Brien. Unfortunately for him, Conan never has, never does, and never will play fair. You're going down, man!
Oh, come on.
What'd I tell you? Friday on Late Night, Conan welcomes rockabilly group Southern Culture on the Skids. They'll perform a couple of cuts off their new album, Plastic Seat Sweat. And I think we all know what that is. Yeah. This next highlight may... Did you catch that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. During the promo, I did this. This next highlight may have fans of primetime country on the edge of their seat. It features host Gary Chapman performing his first attempt at skydiving. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would he put himself in harm's way and endanger the viewing habits of thousands of country fans? Simple. Someone dared him to.
You're running a little rough.
off? Anybody else? We don't care. We have parachutes. Has anyone seen Jimmy Olander? All this time I've been flying them. They're fun to jump out of. Who knew?
You know that Gary Chapman pilots a helicopter to and from work?
Oh.
And he's married to Amy Grant? Oh. And he lives in Tennessee?
Jeez.
Some guys have all the luck. Coming up after the break, it's our soup of the day. In just a moment, a man leaves his wife for her niece. And there's hell to pay. Lights. This is Talk Soup. I'm John Henson. When are people gonna learn? Butch was with his wife Robin for 14 years, and the two of them have 5 kids. Clearly, he's a real family man, but this goes for his extended family as well. You see, from time to time, Butch has been known to have relations with his relations. A while back, he split with Robin and started having an affair with their niece Julie. And in this Jerry highlight, he'll be defending those actions as Robin and her friend Patty look on in teeth-gnashing anger. It ain't pretty, but it is our Talk Soup clip of the week.
See, I just wanted her to be happy. I know I'm happy with her.
But are you in love with Robin, or do you love her?
I love her.
You're not in love with her?
No,
Then why don't you tell her to her face and get it over with and back out of it? When did you ever tell me that? Then why did you call back to me?
You're not in love with me.
Because I'm not in love with you.
5 reasons.
Kids.
My kids. I don't give a what anybody thinks. As long as my kids are happy, I'm happy. But when we're fighting every day, it ain't right. It ain't good for the kids.
We don't fight every day. You're such a liar.
You're lying.
Butch and Robin have been married for 14 years, the assault and battery anniversary. Friday on Jerry, a woman will confront the man who left her. Tune in as he lets her know their quickie marriage was just a practical joke. Fooled you! Well, that's it for this edition of Talk Soup. Don't you miss our big Christmas show at the same time next week. I think you'll really get a kick out of it. Farewell, everyone.